Okay, I said I was going to quit, but I didn't. Instead, I decided I'd go ahead and pull this tire off. Remember earlier when I said that this thing had been spitting out roofing nails? Well, there's one in my tire right there. That would explain the reason why it's going flat. So, I have the technology to fix that. First thing I need to do is get it out of there. And I probably ought to go ahead and mark the hole. Sometimes you pull one of them out and you can't see the hole anymore. Like, where'd the hole go? Disappeared. I usually have a piece of chalk sitting right over here somewhere and I don't see it. I think I was looking for my chalk when my camera went dead, but I can get by without it. I'll just put a mark right here with my little scratchy screw thing. I don't plan to let that move anyway. I'm going to fix it right there. Back in the old days, we used to fix tires all the time, putting a plug in something like that. Nowadays, somebody sued somebody over one of these, and oh, they had a big fit, and they won't let people do it anymore. If you work in a shop, they make you take a tire off, put a patch inside it, and all that stuff. But the reality is, these are some of the best tire fixes there ever was these. Well, it looks almost like a bolt instead of a nail head. I might need to put y'all down so I can get both hands on my tool here. I'm just saying. Well, I guess it wasn't a roof and nail after all. It was a bolt. I can still fix it though. I was saying that these tire fixes like this, back in the 50s, some guy used to go around from the gas stations selling these. That was the coolest thing since fried potatoes. And then some smarty aleck went and sued somebody because they got a tire fixed and it blew out. And then they made it so everybody was afraid that if they used this kind of tire fix, it wouldn't work. I seen a time I had an old 51 Ford pickup truck with a 430 cubic inch Lincoln engine in it, and I had a horseshoe stuck in the tire, and they took some of this stuff and stuck it in there and fixed it. Never had a problem with it again. That's just my prejudiceness talking. I got lots of it. I got the right to express it because I'm an old man. When you get to be an old man, you can say what you want. People don't like it. That's just too bad. Right? Right. That is a nice big old hole. It'll take a goodly wad of that stuff to fix it, but it'll still do it. It'll still work. I know for a fact. See, if I'd have took that over to some professional, they'd have told me that tire was shot and they'd have tried to get me to buy a new one. You know, we ain't doing that. Not on my watch. No sir. Ain't gonna happen. Not as long as I'm around. No sir. I just say no sir. Okay. So, I'm gonna get this little piece of fiber. I've done this with a shoelace one time. I was on a motorcycle run one time and I got a nail in a tire, and I went over in the hardware store, had some of this stuff for sale. He had the little tool and he had the sticky stuff, but he didn't have the little piece of string that I'm using here. So I had on a pair of boots and I had leather laces, and I cut off a piece of leather and I put it on in here like this, and I soaked it down with some of that sticky stuff, and I shoved that piece of leather in my tire, just like I'm about to do with this one. And golly, that fixed her. We rode it home. She was fine. Yeah, sure did. I'm just saying. All kind of ways to fix things if you put your mind to it. I'm just saying. I don't know if one's going to be enough to seal that hole or not, but if it's not, or just in case, I'll just stick another one in there. It was pretty goodly sized hole. I've seen them before where you had to put more than one in there, where you could get the hole all closed up. I'm doing the same thing. It's like threading the eye of a needle with a piece of sticky stuff. And it is sticky, kind of gets on your fingers and all, but if you're wimpy and all, then you don't need to be doing this kind of thing. I'm just saying. If you're worried about getting dirty fingers, you're watching the wrong channel. Just saying. Alright. So I put that on there and I put some of this cement. This is rubber cement tire fix-it stuff. I just put a healthy little dose of that on there. Sometimes I squirt a little bit right to the hole too. That right there ought to do it, folks. Yes, sir. Put all my stuff back in a little box where I keep all my tire fix-it stuff. Got a special box for that. That way I don't wind up losing it. I'm pretty good at losing things if I don't make a half effort to keep up with them. So I'm going to go ahead and put some air back in there. That way I can bring y'all out here tomorrow. We can bounce that tire around. I can show you how it didn't go flat overnight. Now I think I'll call it a day. Go in there and rest my bones a little bit. Come back out here in the morning. We'll get back to work on this. I guess I'll go ahead and order the 10 too. Now that I kind of wanted to get some boards up here before I ordered the 10, because I was working on whether to put a 12-foot or a 14-foot roof on the front. Kind of wanted to see how far that would come over, but I think that that's the right amount there. A little hangover. That building might have been a little longer on one side than the other, because looks it. Anyway, so much for that. I'll talk to y'all in the morning. Today is the tomorrow that I spoke of yesterday when I fixed that tire, and I said that tomorrow I'll come out here and see if that tire is still pumped up, and we'll know for sure whether it leaked or not. It didn't leak. There's my patch. It hadn't moved, been there ever since it was yesterday, and now it's today, so I'm gonna start cutting me some more roof rafters. Oh, the joy. Oh, the joy. I think I might get that motorcycle out and set it down by the street so somebody that might want to buy it have a chance to see it.